A Nightmare Night Fun. Read by Switch Diablo. Read by Switch Diablo. Fall has arrived in Ponyville. There's only 1 week left until Nightmare Night and Ponyville's annual Nightmare Night Festival. All the town's children are looking forward to the holidays for asking for candy and dressing up. One day at the fall, Twilight had invited Rarity, Pinkie, and Applejack for tea at her castle. They were sitting in the library by the open fire. "It was so nice of you to invite us," said Rarity. "It's always fun to having you all over here," said Twilight. "I'm glad you can bring some cupcakes, Pinkie. It's just fun to I could do something with to take with me," said Pinkie with a smile. They sit and enjoy the tea and a small talk for a little bit. "Where is Spike, by the way?" asked Rarity. "He's with Fluttershy to take care of her animal friends. Nice of him to help him." "Do you have any plans for Nightmare Night, Twilight?" asked Applejack. "No, we haven't really chosen anything to do that on that day yet. What about we all dress up together and go to the festival this year?" said Pinkie. "Darling, that sounds like a good idea," said Rarity. "But the question whether Fluttershy will come with us too," said Applejack. "You're right about that, AJ. The idea that it would last year she didn't want to go, but she managed to give us a good scare. I can always ask her about it." Twilight nods and it's a good suggestion anyway. "I have an idea for a Nightmare Night," said Twilight. "Where would that be, Twilight?" said Verity. "How about we invite Luna, Celestia to the festival so they could have some fun? Sugar Cube, that sounds like a great idea. I think we should invite them. I agree with Applejacks and Pinkie. It would be fun for them." "I agree with you," said Rarity. "I can ask if Stanza Shimmer wants to come to celebrate with us. I think that she will," said yes to the invitation. "I think so too," said Twilight. The rest of the afternoon, they sat there and small talk about everything during the evening. When Spike and Twilight had dinner together, she told them about the day for him. "I think it's a good suggestion, Twilight." I agreed. "Maybe I should ask Rarity if she wants to go with me, join me alone during the festival as a date." Rarity and Spike have been a couple for a year, and things are going well between them. I think Rarity will probably like the suggestion, Spike. I hope so. "What would you be dressed for this year?" asked Spike. "I was thinking my Star World costume this year. I thought you would go something like that as long as you like it. I don't mind." "Thanks, Spike. I appreciate it. What will you be wearing to this year for the festival?" "I haven't really decided yet, but I will probably go with something you usually do. After dinner, Twilight took care of the dishes and they went to the library to do some reading, while Spike went to his room to read some comic book before bed. The very next day, Spike went over to Rare's shop at 12 a.m. to ask her about his idea and go out for lunch with her. "Hey, Rarity. Hey, sweetie. Nice to see you. It's always nice to see you around." Spike gave Rarity a kiss and she blushed and she kissed him back. She was fixing a dress when Spike entered. "Are you ready for our lunch date?" "Yeah, I'm ready and hungry too," said Spike. "Well, you can wait here. I will bring some stuff back." Spike nodded and remained by the door, and a couple of minutes later, Rarity arrived and went to the restaurant together. Both ordered pasta for lunch. "Rarity, I wanted to ask you something." "You can ask me anything, sweetie." Rarity smiled at Spike and he smiled back at her. "I was wondering if you would like to come with me to the festival as a date." "I would like that, Spike," said Rarity. Spike felt happiness in his heart. "It's gonna be fun and romantic." "Of course it will," said Rarity. "Have you chosen what you're going to be dressed for?" I was chosen to go as Miss Franken Monster this year, said Rarity. That's a good choice. I would chosen to go as Franken Monster. That's a good choice too. Thanks, Rarity. Both were enjoying their lunch and then they went on back to the Rarity's shop. Spike had chosen to stay behind to help her. Meanwhile, Twilight had flown home to Fluttershy to talk to her about the Nightmare Night Festival, since Rarity wasn't available at the time to do so. I don't know if I will go this year, said Fluttershy. I understand, Fluttershy, but think about it, it'll be fun. It might be fun, but still I'm sure of going to do it. Fluttershy and Twilight sat and had some tea while they were talking about the festival. You went last year, and even managed to scare us all really, really good. It was fun to see your reactions, but I don't know though. It is okay if you choose to stay home, Twilight, said Twilight. We can always go by to say hello and give you some candy. That would be nice. At least you can think about it if you want to join us. I can think about it and give you an answer later. That sounds good, said Twilight. Both sat and enjoyed the tea until later. Twilight flew back home. She took care of the other book and she used to communicate with Sunset in the outer world. Hey Sunset, I have a question for you. Hey Twilight, what is what you want to ask? I have a Nightmare Night Festival in Ponyville, and I thought I will ask you if you would like to come to it. I don't know if you have any day off from school in the other world. Well, I had a day off from school, and I would like to come over to the festival. It's going to be so much fun. It will be fun. I will see you at Nightmare Night Festival in a week. Sounds fun. Like a good plan, said Sunset back. Twilight felt happy that Sunset was coming to the festival and that Fluttershy would think about it if she wanted to join her friends. Later that afternoon, Spike came home to the castle and found Twilight in the library sitting, reading their do. Hey Spike, how was your day with Freddy? Hey Twilight, was it actually good? We had a good time together. How how did it go to ask Fluttershy? It went well, but she wouldn't she will think about it and if she wants to join us. How do you think they go asking Rarity to go on a date? It went well and she said yes. That's good. Sunset is coming over here too and she accepted the invitation. It will be fun to see her again. It will be nice will want to see her. Twilight took it easy the rest of the day with Spike reading Daring Do with him and both looking forward to the festival. During dinner, Spike had told Twilight that he would be dressed for the festival. After dinner, Twilight and Spike were sitting in the library reading some together when Spike thought of something. Twilight, have you asked if Luna and Celestia would come to the festival? I totally forgot about it. Let me know now. Twilight took out a scroll and wrote a message to Celestia, which Spike sent to her with his magical fire. It took a while before they got an answer back from Celestia. Twilight began to read of Celestia's reply. What did she say? She replies that she and Luna are coming to the festival. It will be fun for them having here. It will be fun for them too, said Spike. You're right, Spike. The next day, Spike went over to Rarity's boutique shop to help her. Meanwhile, that Twilight stayed at the castle to take care of things. When she heard a knock on the door, she opened it and saw it was Fluttershy. Hey, Twilight, can I come in? Of course, Fluttershy, come in. Fluttershy stepped in and remained by the door. I can only stay for a moment. I have an errand, but I took the opportunity to drop by. You're always welcome by here, said Twilight. Thanks, Twilight. I dropped by to tell you I would come and join you at the festival. That's fun to hear, Fluttershy. We're going to have fun. I know, but I have a request. What could it be? Fluttershy looked at Twilight a little nervous to ask, I would like to be a bad pony at the festival, but not dressed as one, but like a real bad pony, if you could maybe help me with that. That was an unusual request, but I know there's a spell that can do that, and it's temporarily with it. It's funny that this because I liked dressing up like that last year. You can get here before the others so I can use the spell, said Twilight. That sounds like a good suggestion. Thank you, Twilight. It is fun to help. Fluttershy gave Twilight a hug and then she left the castle. Since Twilight didn't have any other plans for the day, she chose to walk around a little with her friends. Twilight walked around the town until she ended up outside Ponyville near Sweet Apple Acres. She chose to drop by to see how the farm is going for Applejack. She reached the farm and saw Macintosh, Apple Bloom, and Applejack was putting apples to the barn. She stopped by the entrance to see the farm, watched them because she didn't want to interrupt their work. After they were finished, Twilight walked up to them. Hey, Apple Bloom, AJ, how's the apple harvesting going? Hey, Twilight. The apple harvesting is going well, said Applejack. We're almost done, said Apple Bloom with a smile. Lots of work harvesting apples in an orchard. It's always hard work with that, but only good for your body, said Applejack with a smile. What's bringing you here to Sweet Apple Acres? I'm just out and stopped by to see how things going for you all. Well, it was fine, but we'll take a break now. Maybe you're interested in apple pie? Asked Applejack. Apple pie would be nice. Twilight followed the Apple siblings to the house where Granny Smith had just finished making two apple pies. They sat down by the table to take a bite. I can tell you that Fluttershy, Sunset, Celestia, and Luna are coming to the festival. That's nice to hear. Yeah, although Fluttershy had an unusual request. Twilight looked at Applejack, who looked at her with a slight shock, but a smile. As long as it doesn't attack the apples, I'm fine. I agree with you on that one. Have you picked out where you want to be dressed for this year? I would chosen to go as a nurse this year. Wow, I didn't expect to see you as a nurse, but it's a good choice. Thanks, Sugar Cube. I know that will be fun. It will be. I will be a witch, Sweetie Belle will be a breezy, while Scootaloo will be a wonderful. That's actually a good choice. Think, Twilight, said Applebloom. Twilight was satisfied with the pie with Applejack afterwards. She chose to continue on her walk. As she was walking, she heard a voice above her. She looked up and saw Rainbow Dash. Hey, Twilight! Hey, Rainbow! Do you want something? I saw you come from Sweet Apple Acres. Yeah, it was for use for visiting. AJ had a lot of work with the harvest. She has, but she took a break for a while. We were just talking about the festival and what we're going to do this year. What was your dress up for this year? She's supposed to be a nurse? I didn't see that coming, said Rainbow with a smile. Have you picked up what you're going to be for this year? Asked Twilight. Yep, I will be a Shadowbolt. That's a good choice. Thanks, Twilight. I probably go home. See you later. Well, Twilight Rainbow. Flew quickly home while Twilight slowly made her way back to Ponyville. When she got back to town, she decided to stop by at Sugar Cube Corner to buy some cupcakes. She walked in and saw that Pinkie wasn't busy with anything. Hey, Pinkie. Hey, Twilight. What can I do for you? I was thinking of buying some cupcakes. Do you have any flavors you would recommend? I would recommend our pear cupcakes. I could take a dozen of them. Good. I'll just pack them in a box. Meanwhile, that Twilight looked around at the bakery, saw that some night decorations have already been set up. Pinkie, what are you going to be dressed for the festival? I would like to be dressed as a Joker for this festival. It will be a success for you, said Twilight. Thanks, I know it will. Here, have your cupcakes. It will be 20 bets per month. Thanks, and we will have a fun at the festival. We're real. We will, for sure, said Pinky with a smile. Twilight took the box and went home and left the box in the kitchen. Took a couple of the cupcakes and cut a cup of hot tea with her. Then she went to the library to read a little bit and took the hot tea with her to relax. She built a fire and read from her newest Daring Do. She was looking forward to the festival to spending it with her friends. In the meantime, Twilight and her friends had been looking forward to the festival to know it would be fun. Sunset had written to Twilight that she is coming to Ponyville the day before Nightmare Night. Twilight was looking forward to see her again, and Luna told her that she will be dressed as Nightmare Moon for the festival. Celestia will be like a rabbit. Both were looking forward to the festival. Then the day came when Sunset would arrive to Ponyville through the mirror. Twilight stood waiting and saw Sunset appear, and she gave Twilight a hug and greeting her for Twilight's other friends around the world. Hey Twilight, it's nice to see you again. It's always nice to see you. I brought you my costume for the festival. Can I see it? Asked Twilight. Sure, I can show it to you. Sunset took out the costume and showed it to Twilight, and she looked confused at first, but she saw what it was supposed to be. Isn't that the Luigi costume, the game that Rainbow often plays in other world? Yeah, it's Luigi, and I'm surprised you know that. Well, when I was in the other world, she showed me the game, and Starlight also told me about it when she was there. I can see your costume is made as for a pony. Yeah, Rarity helped me to make the costume for me. That's nice of her. Well, let me take you to your guest room. You can show me the rent on the way. After Twilight took her to her guest room, after she unpacked her things, they decided to go out to eat something since it was early lunchtime. They went to a restaurant where they chose to have pasta for lunch. What is like in the other world? Well, school is going well. It's good. Had you have a good time there? Your studies going well? Well, my studies are going well. We are often with each other to study for tests or do homework together. It's always good to help each other. It's true, and I'm glad to have them as friends. After they left the restaurant, they walked around in town to look at the decorations that have been put up for the festival. Sunset had been looking forward to celebrating Night Night, since she hasn't celebrated in a long time since she had been in the other world. She met Twilight's friends, and every pony was happy to see her again. And they hang out for the rest of the day. Every pony looked forward to the rest of the next day. During the next day, Twilight and Sunset hang out at the castle, reading during dew until the evening when the festival would begin. I'm looking forward to tonight, said Sunset. It will be fun for sure. It's gonna be really fun. I agree with you, said Twilight. A little later towards the evening, Fluttershy appeared for Twilight to help her. Hey Fluttershy, come in. Twilight is about to ready. Hey Sunset, can't wait here as long. Nice nightmare costume you have. Thanks, Fluttershy, I appreciate it. Soon Twilight appeared in her Star Swirl costume and walked up to Fluttershy. Hey Fluttershy, are you ready to be a bat pony? Yeah, I'm ready for it. Twilight got ready and used her spell, and after she was done, she looked at Fluttershy, who was now as a bat pony. How do you feel? I feel fine. Fluttershy walked up to the mirror and looked at her and smiled. I like it's warm. Thanks, Twilight. I'm glad you like it. I know the others will too. Yeah, they will like it. The others will be here soon, so we can go to the festival. They will be surprised to see my costume. They will definitely be surprised to see yours. Soon there was a knock on the door. Spike opened, and outside stood are the others. They stepped in. Good thing you came. You're already ready to head out to the festival. Yeah, we're also ready, said Rainbow, said Rarity. Twilight, you have succeeded turning Fluttershy into a bad pony, said Rainbow. Thanks, Rainbow. I can transform her back after the festivals, so let's go. Agreed. That's an interesting costume, Sunset. I guess it's from another world. Yes, it is based from a game figure, and my friend Rarity in the world helped me to make this, so she's a good thing as you, Rarity. Sunset smiled at Rarity, who blushed but agreed with Sunset. So they left the castle on the way to the festival. Celestia and Luna appeared as well. Hey, Twilight, we made it in time for the festival, said Celestia. Hey, Celestia, Luna, it is nice to see you could come over. Yeah, this festival is fun since I have visited it once before, said Luna. Let's go have fun, said Celestia. Twilight and the others agreed, and they went to the festival. Spike and Rarity choose to go around by themselves as their date. Twilight walked around with her friends and the CMC. Twilight walked around with her friends to see, trying the news on the games, buying cotton candy. Twilight noticed Trixie helping Sakura with some fortune telling. She heard from Starlight that Trixie was going to use a copy of the Alicorn amulet, and she saw it. A little later in the evening, Twilight sits with Fluttershy and eats cotton candy together. Everybody seems to having a have fun tonight at this at the festival. Yeah, it is just fun to see them having fun. I agree with that, said Fluttershy. Said Twilight. I will probably play some more games when I come along. So Twilight, thanks, but I probably go with Pinky and CMC to make sure that they get the candy. See you later. Yeah, we'll see you later, said Twilight. Fluttershy left Twilight and she went to B2B with Pinky and CMC after she had eaten her cotton candy. She followed Pinky and CMC around town and saw that got some candy, and she got a little treat for Pinky as a thanks for following around. Later, when the festival was closing, every pony gathered at Sugar Cube Corner. This was a fun night I had. I agreed, said Fluttershy. Fluttershy was herself again after Twilight used the same spell. Always fun, as on this day and this year, especially with free candies at Rainbow. Sugar Cube, even if you're not a kid, yeah, but I can't help but try to get some free candies at Rainbow. Darling, you might all get to be right, but it's always a nice night. I agree, said. Maybe we should head home now, since Celestia and Luna had already returned to the castle themselves. Yeah, it's probably time for Applebloom needs to get home, said Applejack. Yeah, that's right, and it was fun spending the evening with all of you. I agree with Rarity, said Sunset. Every pony gave each other a hug and then went home. Rainbow went to Fluttershy, and Twilight went back to the castle with Sunset, since Spike chose to sleep over with Rarity. I will remember this night for a long time to come, said Sunset. I will too, said Since. It was such a fun night, said Twilight. Sunset nodded, and they went to their rooms and went to bed. It didn't take long for them to fall asleep, but Twilight smiled to herself and said that she had a good evening. Sunset stayed in Ponyville for a couple of days after Nightmare Night to spend some time with Twilight. The end.